Hey up, welcome to this week's video and welcome to North Yorkshire and the coast of North Yorkshire. I'm at the little fishing village of Staithes. I'm here for sunrise. I got up at an ungodly hour. I'm staying in Whitby, so just drove. It's only a short drive, 20 minutes. I'm not alone, I've got a few days here and I've got the Essex lad with me. I've got Dave Peck with me today. So if you want to check out his channel, I'll put the links below. It's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, the order of the day, as I said, is going to be a sunrise. I'm starting to get a little bit disappointed. When we pulled up into the car park, there was just a little bit of a glimmer of colour. There was a little bit of orange on that horizon. We got here about a good 30 minutes, I think, before the sun was going to come up. Yeah, and the longer we've been here, the less likely a nice fiery sky is looking like it's going to happen. I think looking at my watch now, yeah, it's literally a minute or so to go, and there's no colour there whatsoever. But it's still an absolutely beautiful scene. The main issue here is it's a bit of a one-shot wonder. To call it a honeypot would be a bit of an understatement. You probably can see there's tripods everywhere, and that's just with us two. You're really jostling for position just to get this lovely scene across the top of the rooftops and looking out into the sea, to the harbour. A lot of images are going to be very samey, but I definitely encourage people to come and try them. If nothing else, if it's a honeypot location, you'll have seen others, you've got something to compare to. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to wander down into the village, and there's a little bit more scope there for a bit of individuality. We can have a look around, maybe find some lobster pots, some of the general fishing village detritus. There'll be a few bits and bats, ropes, buoys, that sort of thing. Yeah. So we'll see what we can make of this morning. Join me, let's see what we can find. If you look over my shoulder, there it is, that's the classic composition. And yeah, jostling for position in this little corner. I'm having to talk quite quietly because there's quite a few little houses, little cottages, and it's very early in the morning on a Sunday. I'm sure people are trying to have a lie in. So yeah, I'll just spin you around and show you. It's really close to sort of residential properties. Yep, so we're all set up. We're just waiting. It's that waiting game. I'm not sure if we're going to get that colour. But if we don't, that's not a problem. We're going to walk down. It's a lovely, quaint little village. We're definitely going to find something down there. So as predicted, that bit of disappointment seems to have followed me. There's no light, there's no sunrise. But just so I'm not wasting the time here, what I've decided to do is I've broken out my new toy. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a new lens. That's a 100 to 400. It's a Sigma, and it's an F-mount lens. So I'm having to use a F to Z adapter to get it onto this Z7. And the adapter works really well. The focus is just as quick, just as sharp. You wouldn't know it wasn't a native lens, to be honest. I'm very impressed. And yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just zooming in on some details. The town's starting to light up, starting to get a few little windows lighting up, and street lights are still on. But really, it's about the rooftops, all those different coloured tiles, all the different terracotta and slate roofs. Just maybe some sort of bit abstract, just lacking the patterns. So I'm just going to crack off a few shots of that, and then we're going to move on down into the village. we've wandered down now through the village. It really is a beautiful little seaside village, if I'm being honest. Just lovely, all the houses sort of all higgledy-piggledy, one on top of the other. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Place is starting to wake up now. A few dog walkers out, a few people, just past the pub, and yeah, looked like his cellar doors were open. It looked like he was sorting out his barrels. Yeah, so we're going to head out onto that little harbour wall, I think. See what we can find out there. Well, I've made it to the harbour wall, and in fact I've got my camera set up. If I move over to the other side, that might be better. You might be able to see my composition a little bit better. So I've got these lobster pots, and they're just leading off into a nice little zigzag, little bit of a leading line, all the way back to the lovely little fishing village of Staithes there in the background. And they're nestled on these granite blocks. I think these have been placed here on the harbour wall just to help reinforce it, really. Get these ferocious North Sea storms that come raging in every winter. So they're just there to give it a little bit of extra protection. So it's a bit of a situational landscape shot. The lobster pots, they just place it in the location. It's the screen fishing port or fishing village. They just give it context, and then of course you've got the fishing village itself off there in the background. One thing I'm having to do is I'm having to stay relatively low. As I stand up, you're seeing the harbour, the water, it's quite ripply, it's quite messy. By getting low, you look across the granite blocks. You've got some more lobster pots there in the background. It just gets rid of that little bit of dead space between the pots and the actual buildings, the actual little village in the background. Typically for me, and I must say this in nearly all my videos, it's a technique I nearly always use. I'm going after focus stack. That first lobster pot is, I don't know, 50 centimetres? Yeah, 50 centimetres from the front of my lens. And that's going back to infinity for that village, the houses up on the top of the hill. I've got no choice really, I'm going to have to do that. I'm at f13, but even if I close down any smaller than that, I don't think I'm going to get that depth of field. There's such a vast distance, a vast difference. So yeah, I'll just focus through the image, take maybe 4 or 5 images, we'll stack them, blend them in Photoshop, and then we'll have a finished image. And if it's any good, here it comes now. Well, the sky might have disappointed with Staithes, didn't. It's a real jewel in Yorkshire, the coastal crown, beautiful place. So just starting the long trudge up to the car. So before I'm out of breath, I thought I'd just quickly sign off. Say thanks for watching. Find the time, please like and subscribe. And yeah, until next time, I'll be seeing you.